Welcome, everybody, here to the SmackDown Live Review show that is in association with and linked with Steve's Wrestling Ramble, which is every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, or sometimes 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern. Either way, whenever I feel like starting between 7 and 8 my time here in Central Time. But these reviews every Monday and every Tuesday, usually 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, but sometimes I can go earlier. And that's why if you do subscribe to this channel, I highly suggest, just like if you subscribe to Kyron, Mark Rambo, other team members, Palmer J. Simmons, and their channels, ring the damn bell, please. Oh, not just greatly appreciated, but for yourself, you know when videos are going live. Sometimes they go earlier, sometimes they have to go later because of my bad or a co-host bad or whatever. Things happen. So you know when I have a video going on. You know also because on this channel, Sports Talk Network, I will be having my co-host on my wrestling podcast taking over, almost invading NWO style, or the Outsiders in WCW, that storyline, invading the channel. And they'll be doing some videos here on this channel of their own accord, whether it's talking pro wrestling, talking basketball, football, whatever that's on their mind that day. And they let me know they can do a video and put it up here on this channel. So that's another reason to ring the bell, along with subscribing, of course, being first thing. Then ringing the bell, because then you know when Mark Rambo, like I think Friday this week, he'll be doing his first video, and then Kyron next week, my co-host, is doing videos on whatever day he wants to, and you'll see that randomly pop up. Differences with theirs, since they have actual good technology, so to speak, theirs might actually be quote unquote created and uploaded in that way. So. Look out for those. Again, whenever they feel like doing that, I wanted to just change stuff up a little bit and have my co-hosts' voices heard in their own video on here. Now, I know they have their voices heard on their own channel for millions and millions of YouTube Nation to hear, but here on this channel specifically, I wanted to give them the platform to talk sports, and they can talk about whatever they want. All they have to let me know is what it's going to be, and then when they're going to post it and this and that, and then they can do whatever they want, free reign on their subject matter. So I'm a nice boss. That's how I am. Because if you are respectful and let them do things on their own, then they'll give you tenfold back in their work and in what they do, in the content that they provide, let alone the good content they provide on their own channel, also here on this channel. So again, look out for that. That's another reason to ring the bell when you subscribe to this channel. So, well, as I already been rambling here about that, let's welcome my co-host for this evening for the SmackDown Live review here of August 1st, 2017. Yes, we are already in August. Summer's almost over for those that go to school, high school and otherwise. So, boo-hoo, enjoy the final month. But Kyron, Chase, how you doing this evening, and what do you think of SmackDown Live tonight?
What's up, Steve? I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
I'll be honest, I actually really liked SmackDown tonight. I mean, I liked Raw last night too. But if I had to pick one, I would pick SmackDown. Really, besides maybe one or two segments tonight, there wasn't much. That wasn't even much of SmackDown I did not like.
That's good. So you would say that SmackDown did better than Raw?
Well, I think that because Raw last night, if it was just 2 hours, then I may have given it the edge over SmackDown, because the first 2 hours of Raw for me personally were really good, but it was that third hour of Raw that really kind of killed it for me. Elias versus Kalisto, Bayley and Nia Jax, and of course Big Show and Big Cass. Those three matches in the last hour really hurt. I think hurt the show. As in, like, once the triple threat happened. If it ended after the triple threat, I may have probably given this week to Raw. But because of that extra third hour, which, like I said, could be easily a detriment to Raw, or it could help this week as a detriment, I got to give the nod to SmackDown this week.
I give the nod for SmackDown because Raw pretty much maybe not from start to finish, but it seemed like from start to finish wasn't that great, and actually got worse over time as each hour and each moment passed through, at least to me, and as I said in my review. Now, there were some good moments, and I talked about how I enjoyed the opening segment with Kurt Angle in his hometown, and again, that ovation, kind of as you call it, with Mick Foley, cheap pop sort of thing. But still, it was the first time Kurt Angle being in the WWE ring in his hometown, just since his return, obviously. So that was awesome for me personally, as a big fan of Mark for Kurt Angle, to see that. So that by its own accord, I guess personally and selfishly, being honest there, was a great opening segment. But from there, it went slowly downhill. And then we get to Cass and Big Show as your main event on Raw. I will no disrespect to Cass. He's going to be going someplace, and I feel maybe 2018 or 2019, one of the 2 years coming up. Probably 2019, but whatever. Soon, Big Cass will be headliner in WWE. He'll be talked about as to be groomed to be the next WWE champion. Or if he stays on Raw, or if he wins the title when the brand extension is still happening, Universal Champion if he's staying on Raw, if he doesn't go to SmackDown Live anytime soon. Then again, there still is that rumor that we're going to have a superstar shakeup after SummerSlam, and we'll be talking about that Thursday night with the entire team to get everybody's thoughts on that. But with that rumor abuzz, maybe he might be going to SmackDown, might be. I would say probably not. I know I do, and others automatically assume that he would be reunited and be with Carmella on screen, as much as being reunited and being able to travel with her to shows if they're on the same brand, in real life and off screen, and day-to-day WWE life, day in the life for them. So that'd be awesome for them and their relationship. But on screen, maybe they still don't have them reunited in that way yet, because you still have the Ellsworth factor, because he's still in WWE. I know he is. So we got that going on. Carmella will probably be the SmackDown Women's Champion when SummerSlam is off the air. Again, my early prediction there, as much as I don't want to, give any of my predictions already, that when I've been saying enough times, blabbering and rambling about that. But either way, I would say definitely as well, SmackDown Live did better than Monday Night Raw this week, if not for how they structured their show. Now, I know I say this all the time, but SmackDown Live being better because it is only 2 hours, and for some reason I can't get to the chat, so Kyron can let me know if there's anybody there. But the way they structured the show with having the United States Championship match starting off, and then having the number one contender for the WWE Championship ending the match, as it should. Yes, I know that seems super obvious and the easiest of booking, but sometimes the easiest and obvious that is staring right in front of you or in front of WWE creative, sometimes they don't do. And this way, of the little things, or the simple things, or the obvious things, I really appreciate that they did book this show in that way, having the U.S. title start off the show and having the number one contendership match ending the show. It's never a bad thing. Palmer J, are you there?
What's up, Palmer?
Palmer J. Simmons.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right.
So, Palmer, what did you think of SmackDown Live, and do you think it did better than Monday Night Raw this week? Palmer?
You good?
Yeah, I'm still here. Wait, hold up.
You hear me?
Wait.
Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3.
I think he's moving around a lot. That's why he can't really hear us that good.
Okay, well, Palmer, can you put yourself on mute and try to fix what's going on? Because we'd love to hear your thoughts on SmackDown, and thank you for coming on the show. But anyways, Kyron, what did you think of the start of the show, having SmackDown structured the way that I was bloviating about, and the United States Championship match itself?
Well, I like the match, of course, because Kevin Owens and AJ usually can do no wrong. I mean, I really wish that they had a clean, like I tweeted, can we at least get one clean finish between these two? But knowing what I know now, it made sense, because they're gonna these two are gonna have another match at SummerSlam, and hopefully, no matter who wins, that'll be the blow off, because they can't run the feud forever. As good as the matches will probably be, as good as they'll be, you can't run this feud forever. This has been going on since May, and we're already in August. So I just hope that they that no matter who wins at SummerSlam, this is the end of the feud. Also, if I'm going to talk about the rest of the show, I like how they structured it. Not like I said, I didn't like everything. I enjoyed with the Usos promo because, like I said, ever since they turned heel, they've been gold. The fashion file segment was once again good, but that's like saying water is wet. The fashion files are always good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do you want me to talk the whole show? Because I don't know if you want to save the main event for last. Because I don't want to really get into everything. So, like, do you want me to talk the whole show?
Yeah, you can just start with the Usos there, because that's the next thing I was going to talk about. Usos promo, I knew everything.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. I thought that was pretty hilarious, pretty good. And the Usos have been, killing it essentially when heel and new theme and everything. The little things again that I noticed and hearing this promo on SmackDown Live was that dang good. Was good in its own right. So there we go. There next up, Aiden English defeating Sami Zayn, one-on-one match. I know Katrina, who is in the chat actually, saying greetings to us there in the live chat. But her guy, Sami Zayn getting the L, and then Mike and Maria Kanellis come out there, loving the loss. Whatever there. So I guess we're going to be getting that continuation of that feud, obviously. And I think we're going to get an Aiden English Sami Zayn feud to SummerSlam or match to SummerSlam. I thought this was to set up Zayn against Mike on SummerSlam. I actually thought Zayn was going to get the W over Aiden, and then those two would come out and bitch and complain and do their little thing. But either way, Sami Zayn getting the L, and then them coming out. So talking about this specifically, Kyron, what were your thoughts on this match and segment thereafter?
I'll be honest, I didn't even really watch the match because I actually turned away for a second on my iPad because I was looking at Twitter. What I will talk about is Aiden English. I tweeted about this, and I know I might be in the minority, but I'm starting to really love this guy. I mean, he's a really good singer, and his singing literally had me laughing. Especially Sammy's reaction. Like, look at, like, if you rewatch the show, when he first entered the ring and was singing, and they zoomed in on Sammy's face, Sammy's facial expression was hilarious. I was actually shocked when Aiden English won. Like I said, I was turning to my iPad, and when I heard his music hit, I really turned back around, like, quick, like, wait, he won? I really couldn't care less about Mike and Maria Kanellis right now. So, like I said, until I actually see something from them, it said that Aiden English has been more entertaining than those two.
I actually got to be on the same camp. Maybe I'm not as into them because I did see that tweet, obviously, in our conversation on Twitter. But so I might not go as far as you're saying, but I do enjoy actually his singing gimmick a little bit because the man can sing. Obviously, they wouldn't have him do this gimmick if they didn't think and, approach him for singing. Just like, as we found out, I think it was Total Divas Total Divas, obviously, where we found out about Summer Rae was approached by WWE by, I forget the guy's name, but anyways, with a person there about the dancing, if she can dance, and then she lied and this and that, and then how that kind of fizzled out with her Fandango, and that was supposed to be something, and they found out she couldn't do it, and she lied about that when they were practicing that. I
actually do remember that Even Reed thing from Total Divas. I think it was like the second episode they ever did. I actually do know what you're talking about. I remember that. I remember that actually.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right. That was Eva Marie, not Summer Rae. I'm sorry. Summer Rae was the one that could. Eva Marie couldn't. And she was lying and everything, and she got caught in that lie, and then she got spoken to by Stephanie McMahon there in the back. But anyways, I'm bringing that up, even though yes, it's on Total Divas and it's real 7 not. But the point being is, I'm sure that was, and the point being is, I'm sure that we went to Aiden and asked him if he could, or found out in his background, or this and that, or whatever, or maybe Aiden even broached this and threw an idea to somebody creative or somebody, period, there in the back. And they said, okay, and then test it out. And they practice things just like on Total Divas again, also with Naomi when she turned heel. And she having this idea with the glow factor thing and how it actually kind of failed the first 2 tries when she tried to do that entrance. Again, I am a fan of Total Divas and Total Bells. If you didn't realize that. But point being is, for that, and the final time when she tried it out, they liked it, they loved it, and now we're getting every single week with the glow, and now even the championship is glowing, as she is the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. So in these situations, I'm sure in all situations that WWE has with their superstars, talent, and character building and everything like that for each superstar, the same being here for Aiden. So the man can sing, and I actually am enjoying it a little bit, maybe not to the point of Kyron, but maybe I might actually get there. And it is sad in a way that I am, and that's where I agree with Kyron 100%. I'm more entertained by Aiden English and his singing because I wish I could sing. I've tried it before, and I even did an April Fool's video on this channel. I'll be trying to sing some songs. But anyways, and Mike Kanellis, who's was in the Indies series, being awesome, being one of the best, being one that a lot of fans wanted him to be come to WWE, whether he come with his wife or not, or by himself, whatever, as a package deal. And then they come here, and then they're put in this gimmick together with the whatever. Maybe it's just a start, and then he'll break out of it, and then he'll be the kick-ass Mike Bennett that he was. Who knows? But it is what it is now, and hopefully they can build and rebuild from there moving forward. And speaking of moving forward, Carmella and Natalya defeating Naomi and Becky Lynch. I don't have too much to say about this match, but glad to see my girl Carmella getting the W. And good to have your new #1 contender, Natalya, get a win. Excuse me. Them both getting a win. Miss Money in the Bank, #1 contender. Both of them getting the win over the champion. You know, Becky Lynch was there too. So, but there in that match, I don't know if you've seen or either of you guys seen on Twitter between Cyborg and Becky Lynch on Twitter, that interaction. So that might be happening at SummerSlam. Probably not. It's probably just a whole thing that will be nothing, but who knows? Either way, good win for Carmella, good win for Natalya. Keep that train rolling. And like I said, hopefully in the end, SummerSlam, when SummerSlam ends, Carmella will be the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and Baron freaking Corbin will be WWE Champion. So there we go. But what are your thoughts, Sharon, on the match and the women's division for SmackDown Live as well?
First of all, Steve, I think I gotta correct you. I think Carmella and Natalya lost that match. Yeah, Carmella tapped out to Naomi's finisher. Carmella and Natalya lost. But this,
yeah. Well, sorry about that.
This is actually one of the few things about the show I did not like. For one, it wasn't that good of a match in general. And two, I'm just so sick and tired of seeing tag team matches every week with the women's division. This is a problem with both women's divisions in a way. With the SmackDown tag team division, I mean, look at me, I'm saying tag team division because I'm getting mixed up. The SmackDown women's division, when was the last time we didn't have a tag team match or multi-person match on on the show? I'm being completely honest. And with Raw, they're really just focusing around the same 4 women every single week: Bayley, Nia, Sasha, and Alexa. So I have a problem with both women's divisions, but I probably more of a bone to pick with this one because I feel like this women's division has more potential than the one on Raw. But the fact that they're just putting a lot of tag team matches and all that together, and you know, Charlotte wasn't even on the show. Granted, Charlotte can't be there every week. I'm just glad. You know, my favorite Becky Lynch was there. But I didn't really enjoy the match, and I honestly did not care very much, so I didn't really pay that much attention to it.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Charlotte Flair not on SmackDown Live, and on Raw, Sasha Banks not on the show. So you wonder what they're going to be doing for SummerSlam. You would think they'd be on the card in some way, but how? You know, and you would think they'd have to set something up as soon as possible. We do have a couple of weeks left still to build things, but not too much time. You know, inaction is action, right? So not doing anything, not putting them on the show, not doing this, doing that is gives you 1 day less, 1 week less of building whatever you're planning to build for them. Or maybe it is SummerSlam. You have both rosters there. Maybe we have a one-on-one match between Charlotte and Sasha just because we can. I don't know. Have them on the card because they deserve to be. So just put them together and have them in a match. No real actual build, no real actual feud, just building on what their feud was and how just being respecting each other, and the best of SmackDown against the best of Raw, even though the best of SmackDown and Raw are supposed to be the champions, right? That's the best because they're the champions at the time. Naomi and Alexa Bliss, technically. But we all know it's Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, let alone the women's division of World Wrestling Entertainment. Women's wrestling of pro wrestling, in my opinion. Humble opinion. But with those two not being on the show, maybe that's what they do. Just throw them together in SummerSlam. You don't need to build it because you have the past. That was a great past, and them being in the first ever women's matches that they were in, and going from there. So I didn't even know, as much as I doubt that to be happening, you never know. That could be the case. That could be what happens between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks, or it doesn't, and they're just not on the card. So we'll have to. I mean, either there's 2 ways. They'll either be on the card 1-on-1, or they won't be at all. Right? It's one or the other, and we'll certainly see. We'll certainly see when we get to SummerSlam what the plan is for either of them. But moving right along with, let's talk about, there's this guy that's good. He's a former champion. Raunchy Mikey is a big fan of his. Which, speaking to everybody out there, Raunchy Mikey will be joining us. We'll be making his grand return for one night only. Grand return one night only for the SummerSlam prediction show. He did confirm it with me and with us in our chat, in the DMs, in our show chat thing, that he will be returning for one night only to be part of the SummerSlam prediction show. Whether he'll actually give predictions, probably not, but he will at least be part of the party, enjoying the fun festivities, just being there. And that's why I wanted to invite him. That's why I wanted to have him part of it, because he is part of our recent past and just a friend of the show, friend of mine personally. So always great to have him on the show, whether or not he wants to give predictions or not, or if he wants to even talk wrestling and all himself or not. I want to give him the opportunity, especially for a show that big that we'll have. I'm certain we're going to get over. It'll be my second video probably that'll get over 1K views. So I definitely want him to be able to spread his word of what he's doing and what he's venturing into now in the gamer life style stuff and stuff he's planning on the horizon for himself, which I'm sure is going to be great things, big things. I wish him nothing but the best in that future endeavor. So it'd be great to have, and it will be great to have him one night only back here on Steve's Wrestling Ramble for the SummerSlam prediction show. And as you heard by Kyron clapping there, he's pumped for it as well. For them to interact again, and at least here, obviously interact all the time on Twitter, but interacting on the show, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome, and we'll also have some other great guests. One of them I already spilled the beans to my team members, at least, in our message of who our heavy hitter, quote unquote, is to be our guest on that night. But beyond that, speaking of, but me bringing up Raunchy Mikey is the point of now we're going to talk about Randall Keith Orton, Randy Orton, and well, first Rusev. Excuse me, Rusev in a match against Chad Gable, crushing, destroying, winning. Wash, rinse, repeat for Rusev there, getting the win. And then Randy coming out there. I saw on Twitter people saying that they wished it was Shelton Benjamin. I came up, but no, it was Randy Orton. Why not? I was wondering what are we gonna do with Randy Orton now at SummerSlam? He doesn't have a match. He's not in the title picture anymore, which is sad, but whatever. So hey, have Randy Orton against Rusev. Have that be the next thing for Rusev, right? Rusev doesn't have anything to do now. That he had that quick thing with Cena when he, for his first feud coming back, or the first match coming back, really, with a flag match. Randy Orton facing Jinder Mahal. I was worried that they would try to have Orton versus the Great Khali one-on-one in SummerSlam, because Orton trying to get revenge on the Great Khali for costing him the championship at Battleground. So thank the Lord above, thank the universe for that being true. But we'll get Randy Orton, Rusev. So what are your thoughts on Rusev, Chad Gable, Rusev, Randy Orton, and that sick RKO?
Well, first I thought Rusev and Gable had a really good match. It wasn't nothing special, mind you, but it didn't have to be. It was solid. Gable looked strong in the feet. Rusev looked dominant. And I believe it was Stephen A in our group chat said it best. I think Gable will get over even on his own than Jordan is right now. I mean, I always liked Gable more than Jordan anyway. I always thought he was the better of the two. I think they're both really good. So I just found the match. Orton and Rusev, I'm not the biggest Randy Orton fan like I used to be. I find him kind of boring now. But his promo was straight to the point. It didn't really drag on. He basically told Rusev, you've never beaten me and I'll face you at SummerSlam. It could be a pretty good match, but I just hope Rusev goes over. That's all I hope. And about you saying that you thought it was going to be Orton versus the Great Khali, thank God it's not, because that would be in the running. That'd probably be in the running for a worst match of the year.
Maybe I'll actually surpass the Bailey Alexa Bliss that candlestick match or whatever that was. So Dream Rules. So that could take the place there and be the worst match of the year. If not a candidate, like you said, if that was the case, having Randy Orton versus the Great Khali in the pre-show of SummerSlam. But now we get to the main event. I don't think I forgot or missed anything else of matches and things going on. But the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. Winner goes on to face Jinder Mahal, the modern-day Maharaja, and WWE champion, current WWE champion at SummerSlam for the WWE title, which probably should be, and it always should be, the main event of SummerSlam, WrestleMania, the Big Four, when both titles are together. Universal title and WWE title on the same show, because the WWE title is the number one title and it always has been and always will be. So the world title, awesome look. Always wanted a replica belt of the world title. Someday I'll have enough money to get one, but I love it, but it's still secondary to the WWE title, and the Universal title being the same thing. Point being, though, Nakamura getting the win. Surprised, as I tweeted out there with that GIF thing. I didn't see that coming. I thought there might be a small ending, and I thought they might make it into a triple threat match, or John would get the win, and Cena getting up hand and win. But he didn't. Nakamura won clean. 1, 2, 3. No help from anybody else. Nothing of having anybody run in to cost Cena the match to set up a match for Cena at SummerSlam. So where does Cena go? What is Cena going to do at SummerSlam? You know he's going to be on the card. You do think that's probably going to happen. It's just as much as I think and hope Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair are going to be on the card somewhere, if not thrown together. So I made the point on Twitter saying that maybe we have Cena go on Raw this next week, maybe, or the home show of Raw. I mean, you don't have to build anything for Cena, just put him in something. And him being in a match, now not the Universal title match, no, get him as far away from that as you can, because that's already set. You have the 4 monsters, big men there in that match for the Universal Championship. But maybe something else, whatever. I can't really pinpoint my idea there, but I'm just saying maybe that is a possibility for Cena. He is a free agent, right? So we should start to use that, have him on Raws or a Monday Night Raw at least, to show that, hey, he truly is a free agent. He can be here. He can show up at any show he wants to and call anybody or do anything. So there you go. So maybe that might be the case. But Nakamura getting the win was still surprising to me. I did not see that coming, obviously. So, Kyron, what are your thoughts on the match itself? Nakamura getting the win, and what do you think is going to be the plans for John Cena for SummerSlam?
First off, I thought Nakamura and Cena was a really good match. My only problem, since it was on SmackDown, it wasn't as long as it could have been. It was only 16 minutes, and you got to take some away because it had a commercial in the middle of it. So I'll probably say it was about 12, 13 minutes maybe. But it was a really good, solid 12, 13 minutes. Both guys look good. Nakamura finally showed what he can do in the main roster. I will be honest, though, when Nakamura gave Cena like a suplex at the very end of the match, the way Cena fell on his neck was really scary. I thought, he might have been seriously injured. And after the match, Nakamura told Cena, I'm sorry. I wasn't surprised per se Nakamura won. I mean, I thought John might win, but I'm perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine with no matter who won, because I like both of them, so I didn't really care. So I wasn't really all that surprised. I don't think he'll win a title, but I'll save that for the predictions. Now what else? Where do I think Cena's gonna go from here? Well, WWE put this on their official Twitter because they obviously didn't show it on SmackDown. After the match, Corbin attacked Nakamura, and John came back and put Baron Corbin through the announce table. So I think Cena's gonna go on to face Baron Corbin at SummerSlam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know about that. Oh, that works, and you have Cena get the win, so he get his win, even though he does have a losing streak at SummerSlam. But him getting a win because, again, as I'm going to say each and every pay-per-view, if Baron Corbin loses his match at said pay-per-view, he's probably going to cash in that said pay-per-view. And so if Corbin actually wins and they have this match early in the show, meaning one of the first 3 matches early in the show on the main card of SummerSlam, and he wins, then he's not going to cash in. If they have this match early in the show, top 4 matches, first 4 matches, and he loses to Super Cena to John Cena, then he's going to cash in at the end of the night. Nakamura is going to win the title. He'll cash in, be WWE champion, and I'm going to have a glorious reaction to that match. I'll probably be reacting to a couple of matches, actually. Maybe, probably not the whole show, because that's a really long video, and I don't want it to be super boring in its own right. So I might just do separate reactions for separate matches, but I certainly will be doing reactions for more than just one. So certainly the WWE title, Universal title, both women's titles, probably at least those title matches. Maybe, I don't know, maybe all the title matches, who knows, whatever. We'll see when I get there. Or maybe just every match and just stop and start and not being a full show live reaction. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my team and to myself about what I want to do there for SummerSlam during the show. But I know I also will be having a quick reaction or a review of the show right after SummerSlam. And my guest, Mounty's Corner, will also be a guest on the prediction show itself on the 17th of August, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. He'll be joining me and whoever else joins me right after SummerSlam ends. So it'll be just me and him one-on-one with a great one. Talking SummerSlam results right away or others. So we'll see who joins that. Maybe small intimate party in that one. Not the grand bash that the 17th will be of August with the prediction show. But again, like I said, I was surprised Nakamura getting the win, but congratulations to him. Like I said, if Corbin loses, he cashes in and wins the title. If he wins, he's not even going to tease it. So that's just me. What are your thoughts on that, Kyron? Do you think that thinking makes sense in both ways I showed?
You said that if Corbin loses at SummerSlam, he'll cash in, but if he wins, he won't.
Yeah, he won't even tease it.
That's usually how it is. The people that are gonna cash in, they don't usually win the same night of the cash in, or they're not even on the card, one or the other.
Right.
But I agree with what you're saying. If he loses, if he does face Cena after all and does lose, you have a better chance of seeing him cash in. That doesn't mean he's going to. But if he wins, and if he does face Cena and wins, I doubt he'll cash in.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Just because it makes it more highly likely people are gonna have their eyes glued to the championship match, and even if Nakamura wins the title from Jinder Mahal, which again I want Mahal to retain, as I've been saying leading up to SummerSlam, and I'll be saying on the prediction show with our grand team and with our team and many co-hosts, hopefully a full house here, that I want Jinder Mahal to retain. I want to have longer than 3 months, as I said in the first place when he won the title. Gosh darn it, at Backlash. We're going to have a 3 month or longer reign. Heck, hold it all the way to WrestleMania and drop it then to Cena. I don't care. Whatever. I'll be fine with that. Cena can get his 17th title break, or quote-unquote break, Ric Flair's record, whatever he has, and have that happiest moment at SummerSlam and yada yada and stuff like that. But still have Jinder Mahal having a nice long title run all the way to WrestleMania, where most people didn't think he would actually hold the title that stinking long. Let alone most people were saying just a SummerSlam. Would be long enough for them as him as champion. But he's been doing pretty well as a champion since he's been champion, taking that ball and running with it. So hopefully he can run with it for even a longer period of time, or at least to me. So that pretty much does it with talking about SmackDown Live. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up, Kyron? If not, let people know where they can find you on Twitter and other social media.
Well, I don't have anything else to say, but find me on Twitter, SplashBroKyron. All my social media is SplashBroKyron. My Tumblr, Kyron Chase. My DeviantArt, which I finally started to use again a little bit, Kyron Chase. YouTube, Kyron Chase. The K and the C are capitalized. And on my YouTube channel, I do videos on wrestling-related topics, Sonic the Hedgehog, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
And we're going to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast, on Instagram now at StevieK_06, StevieK_06 there. Hope everybody has a great rest of your evening, and I will be back with another video tomorrow. I'm doing 4 days in a row. I know, somebody's got to do it, right? Tomorrow I'll be doing My Little Pony Friendship is Magic video, my first video regarding that show. And as you just heard Kyron speak, that's what he sometimes talks about on his own channel. So he'll be joining me. He'll be my guest of honor for that video tomorrow, as I'll be talking My Little Pony. And I'm actually been really excited to talk about this. I've been part of the fandom now for what will be exactly 3 weeks tomorrow. I started to watch there, and Kyron kind of suggested me to give it a try, just like I suggested him that same day, 3 weeks ago, to give Star vs. the Force of Evil. Difference being Star vs. only has 2 seasons plus movie premiere for the start of the 3rd, where My Little Pony, I had 6 seasons to run through, plus 1/2 of the 7th season. So 13 episodes in season 7, plus 24 in each episodes of 6 seasons, except for, I think it was season 3 that only had 13.
Yes.
So, hey, like I said, I've only been in the fandom for 3 weeks, but I'm already getting some of these things right. But anyways, I'm so excited to talk about the show and my thoughts and everything, and hear Kyron's thoughts on my thoughts. Like maybe, yes, I'm new to things, but maybe I bring up something that he might have never thought of. Maybe not. But either way, I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern time here on this channel live, as all videos are live with Google Hangouts. And then Steve's Wrestling Ramble Thursday night, me, Kyron, Mark, and the team. Also, Palmer J, if you can get his stuff. Okay, and right over there, because he was here for a little not love to hear his thoughts on SummerSlam, SmackDown Live from tonight, and go from there. But again, I'll be back here tomorrow to talk My Little Pony. But for now, wrestling fans and everybody out there, have a great rest of your evening. And as always, take care.
Peace out.